But yeah, we're down a card this round, and he has double last say. It's just going to come down to whether or not Waters of Brokilon plus Scenario is too strong for him to overcome, and it kind of looks like it's going to be a lot of points. I really want this Imprisonment to be gone so we can go... Very nice, so we can go into the Chameleons. That's what we wanted. Go Chameleon. A lot of triggers there. He is an elf. And then we'll go into Ownermancy, and we should finish with the same number of points here. He's getting a lot of points too. Okay, our best finisher card here is probably going to be Ida with the Vitality. No, we don't have any Witchers, right? No, we don't have any Witchers. So it's going to be actually going to be the Witcher guy. So we go here, Cat Witcher. Play this. Trigger a whole bunch of stuff. Replay this, so it can't be Witcher. And we're up at 80. I've got a couple pings here. So let's see what this is going to do. He was up. He's got double last save, but let's see if he can actually do it here. He does have Lippy, so that's pretty good. He's going to have poison at least. He might have it. There's Invocation. Not enough. GG. Now that the game's actually working, I think it's time to make the Harmony video. This will be our first shot at the deck here. Just first test of something I wanted to do. So pretty simply, we're playing a lot of Harmony stuff. No Saskia Commander in this one. Instead, we're going to go with a long round with the Mysteries and a long round with the Waters of Brokilon. That's the idea here. So let's take a look at what we're going to do. We've got those two cards, obviously. The Ownermancy to tutor out whichever one we need. We're running Saskia Heatwave because everyone else is going to have scenarios. And we have Call the Forest. This one I wasn't too sure about, but I did want an option to get out a unit because we have a lot of very specific unit interactions we want to trigger. We want our units to come out in a specific order, so there's definitely something we want to get. So we're running the Call the Forest. This could be Royal Decree. You save a provision with Royal Decree. The 1 point boost isn't super useful, but it wasn't really any of the bronzes I wanted to bump up, so we went with the Call the Forest here. This also lets you fit in a FOV if you want to tutor out the Waters/Call. I figured with Ownermancy we should have enough to get out Waters if we need it, as well as the Mysteries. Up to you if you want to go with the FOV as well. Then we have the new card, the Dust Aspect. So its Harmony is also triggered in hand and deck, so this gets really big, and that's nice. So that's what we're going to do with this. It's kind of a big finisher. By the way, if you want to run Barnabas as a finisher, you could swap out Heatwave for it. I think you'd swap out Heatwave over Call the Forest, because with Barnabas you do definitely want to be playing at a specific time. So you could do that there as well. We're going to go with the poisons here, just the 3. So Weeping Willow and the True Rangers. I'm not a big fan of Rangers still, but with the lock needing Harmony cards to trigger it, I figured we'd put them in here. They're not terrible. Then we have the Ida, just for a Purify card and an Elf. We're just running the 1 Elf here. Elf is a category usually we run several of, and there are some decent options you can do. So the ones I was thinking about as well are... In particular, you can go with the Purify Elf if you think there's going to be a lot of infusing going on. You can run the Sappers. It only purifies your own units unless you have another Elf, so it's not great, and that's why I didn't go with it. But a lot of the Elves don't get great value outside of being in an Elf deck. The notable exception here being you could go with a Half-Elf Hunter. He's got the Harmony. He's pretty decent in the deck. I didn't have a lot of room for bronzes, 5 vision cards, so I went with the... Well, you'll see why we didn't go with him in a bit. But he's a decent option as well. You could do, if you want to swap out what I just said, and add them in as another elf. It's a good option. The reason, since we don't have a lot of elves, we're running the Onstage Saber as our stratagem. Now we have the Weeping Willow for the poison, like I said, with the Rangers. We've got the Ida for Purify, mainly Purify. Then we have Percival for Harmony too, because he's good. He got buffed with that 1 provision buff. It's really nice to see him in here. Then Antherian. This is really good for triggering Harmony. This is also... The existence of this makes Saskia Commander much more compelling, because you can actually do a pretty good Harmony deck with just Saskia Commander. We did Saskia Commander in the last Harmony video, so this time we're going to do something different. We've got the Cat Witchers. They're just really good value engine cards. Dryad Rangers, like I said, they're not amazing, but sometimes 2 damage is useful, and with the poisons on them and Willow, you can kill a card off. We could go with the buffed Forest Whisperer here, but I just don't think it's really worth it. We have so many Dryads at this point that this gets very cumbersome to kind of use. just because I want to try out the fledgling, actually running fledgling. You could cut fledgling for this. Certainly wouldn't be a bad option, but we're going to try out fledgling in here and just kind of test it out. I was running it with Saskia Commander. Kind of want to see how it does in a non-Saskia Commander version. The 2 Dwarf Berserkers, we needed a Dwarf, and Berserker is probably the best one. It goes well with Chariot. Chariot's in here because it's a machine. That's a category. You can armor up the Berserker. Chariot also just armors all your engines, which is nice. And Berserker gets a decent value by itself. It gets 7 eventually. We have Abandoned Girl and Chameleon. So you'll notice here we're missing the Nature's Rebukes. If you want Rebukes, you could swap out Rangers for them, or the Cat Witcher. Probably just one Cat Witcher. You could put in the 4 Provision Witcher if you want instead. I've run him before. The Cat Witcher depth's not bad in these decks. So you could slip him in there, cut out the Cat Witchers, put in Nature's Rebukes. Maybe put in a Forest Protector as well. We're just going to try this version out, see how it does. Yeah, so without further ado, let's go see just how well it is doing. Going up against Force of Nature, so this is going to be Thrive. The changes to Thrive in the scenario, I mean, Thrive's actually Thrive's got some nice boosts. And they can probably match our point gain, so the question is, do they run removal? And that's where we will be seeing what's going on. If they don't have removal, we can get tons of Chameleon value. I think we want 2 of these. These bronzes aren't bad, except Abandoned Girl. She's only in here for the human tag, so we really just want to mulligan her whenever we get the chance. We have a pair for poisons. This isn't all too bad here. We're gonna open with this. Yeah, let's go with this. Shouldn't be too bad. Shouldn't be too bad. Since we have no elves, we could go Percival, boost up to 6. Don't think we need to. Let's just go Chariot. Normally I want to open with a Harmony card here, but I want this armor value. Start giving some stuff armor. Just in case we don't know how much damage he's really running. Okay, so we don't have to worry about that then. We'll go Percival, give him an armor. This gets him out of Parasite range. I just really wanted him to not be in Parasite range when we played him, so... Because Parasite's really their only removal card outside of like a neutral. So we just wanted to play around that. The question is, does this get double Thrive? It does. Okay, I wasn't sure about this. So it has Thrive 2, essentially. Good to know that's how that works. Good to know. It's also really good. Really good. Let's go Ranger here.
I am the forest, and the forest is me.
Won't Parasite that, I don't think. I want to get Chameleon value here. Spear Tip. Yeah, Thrive 2, and that's pretty good, isn't it? Let's see. Let's go Antherian. We do have the poisons for the old Spear Tip when he comes out, which is really what I want to go for. We would like to poison that. So we will give this guy Harmony. And then we'll go with our Chameleon here. So Dragon, of course he is. We could go with the Unshade Saber, but I don't think we will quite yet. Because if he goes... Okay, he's not going to pass here. Because he would go... It would be uneven. So we could poison that. And I think that's our best plan here, is to go for a poison on that guy. So, Dried Ranger does not trigger Harmony, but this guy does. So we'll do that here. Trigger some Harmonies. Give this an armor. We'll play the Saber here as well. And we'll replay our Chameleon. We wanted to do the other one first. That way this wouldn't get Elf. Well, if this got Elf, we could then not play the Saber for Harmony. And that should be enough to get rid of him in this round. He's going to lead her, so he's really pressuring us here. Is he calling us out for not having the second poison? Or does he think that maybe he has... Well, we're going to poison this. We'll replay our Chameleon. Chameleon doing a lot of work here. We can transform one of these guys. Protect our Chameleon. It's going to get killed off by his Cursed Damsel probably, but we're up by 25. No Cursed Damsel. Now that's weird. What do we want to play with Ownermancy then? We have elf, dryad, treant, gnome, machine, dryad, beast, dragon. We don't have witcher anymore, right? So this could go for cat witcher. Could be elf or cat witcher. Let's go ownermancy. Get our cat witcher out.
Yeah, I work for the people.
Replay this, and then we'll pass no matter what here. This is too many points for him to deal with. Very nice. Questions, how many times do we want... Well, how much do we want to pressure round 2? Dust aspects at 12. Chameleon doing a lot of work that round. He really should have killed that when he had the chance. Depending on our hand here, we could push with Waters of Brokilon or Scenario. Waters of Brokilon, this is a hand to push with Waters with. This is definitely a Waters pushing hand if we want to push. If he has Azrael or Scenario, we can Heatwave. So I kind of think we want to push here. Yeah, let's push. Go Waters. Fall of Harmony. Let's go for a push here. We have a lot of flexibility here. A lot of flexibility. There's Scenario, so we'll remove that. And then we'll keep pushing. There's a Koshé. It's about what we expected. No Carantier, though, and no leader. So this is not nearly as scary as it could be. We'll go for Chameleon value, then. We want to use the Chameleon before we can kill it with a Cursed Damsel. Getting rid of these is good. Could be Witch's Sabbath, by the way. We did keep that in mind. That's a scary card. If we're playing a unit, what's the best unit? I think we hold off on our Harmony stuff for the Scenario. So let's play one more unit here. And what I think we want to go for is probably Saskia. Yeah, let's play Saskia. We'll go with the Dwarf. Replay our Chameleon. He's going to kill that now with his Cursed Damsel. We've got a 24-point lead. Hope we can force out the Azrael. Doesn't look like it. We could replay this, but then we ownermancy and lose scenarios. We'll just let him have the round here. We got rid of the Core, we got rid of the Koshé, we got rid of the Mamuna. So that's really good. The only thing he has left that's really a threat is going to be, we got rid of Scenario too. The only real threat left is Azrael onto Old Spear Tip, or, what's it called? Witch's Sabbath. Witch's Sabbath would be really scary, but we'll see if he has it. We do need Harmony cards in our hand to trigger our Scenario, though. Okay, this is one. We'll keep that just because it has Harmony. Alright, let's see if he's got the Heatwave himself now. Got our 10. It's a pretty good trade into Heatwave, honestly. Very disappointed there's no premium token for this, by the way. Oberon for some Thrive triggering, sure. Okay, that's not good for him. It's good for us. We'll just go with the Ranger then.
I am the forest, and the forest is me.
We can last play the Dusk aspect, trigger this, should be a whole bunch of points, we should get a GG out of this. Depends on how big, if this is Azrael, it'll be closer. We'll play this here for the Vitality.
The time of the white frost is nigh.
See what he's got. No Azrael, so this will be a GG here. 18 points coming down, triggering this, triggering the Convergence, triggering the Oak Critters as well. Just getting one, just spawning some more stuff here. And more points. Win by 20 against Thrive. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Going up against Reckless Flurry. So this is going to have a lot of control. We'll see how we do against the control deck. While we're here, one card I should have mentioned when we talked about the deck is the Defender. Defender is really handy. Depends on if you think you need him. The other thing is I was considering if it's worth running the Defender just for Chameleon. Because Chameleon does a ton of work in this deck. Like if Chameleon's going off, you're getting an extra point on all your Harmony cards per turn. It might be worth just protecting him because of that. We don't have the Willow, so we'll put back this Ranger. We don't need 2 Chameleons, though. Abandoned Girl's a card we really never intend to play with this deck, by the way. We're not running Monroe, so we play this to get melee. We'll do that this way, try and dodge some damage stuff with this. Let's see what we want to go with. Probably just set up some Harmony.
I am the forest, and the forest is me.
This is where not having Nature's Abuse hurts a little bit, by the way, but you could adjust that like I said. Okay, this is interesting then. Very interesting. We'll see what this is. Is he a Ryogon? No, it's just the thing he played. Just checking. Just checking. We don't have much Harmony in hand, honestly, which is kind of a problem. So I don't want to play Waters. We are going first, so he has the option to push us a little bit, which I don't like. He's going to go Rain next turn. Rain's annoying. Let's just play... Don't want to play Saskia. Let's go Antherian here. Antherian's really nice because it helps us set up a potential double Harmony into the Sabers. That's really good. And it also comes down at 5. Okay, he's going to try and kill something. That was a nice snipe by him. He's going to go full leader. All 3. And go Renfri. I expect to see a lot of Renfri here. Renfri just... If you're willing to lead her and you have her in hand, you just win round 1. For free, basically. This is got the 7 damage leader, and what's the blessing? He's got 15 leader damage. Well then. That's, she's gonna Lippy the Renfri back and use her later. Man, Renfri's so annoying. How do we deal with this? This is what? 6, 19, spawn this, triggers 3, takes 1. We do this. We do take 2 damage from the ship, which is annoying. And he gets a +1 boost. We don't actually get ahead here. But we need to make an effort. Basically, we hope he keeps playing. He does. Good. We're going to commit a lot of big cards here. We do want to keep up. Let's go Saskia. And then we will go... We're going to play Ida. We don't have any dwarves in hand, so we can play the dwarf one. Dwarf one's nice, too, because it's got the armor. We just want to make sure he doesn't have the time for Lippying when he wants to. But again, he's going to have double discard fodder here. Probably that kind of ruins our plan. We'll have to hope Chameleon lives. He's only got the 1. Let's see. We have 3, 4 harmonies. We take 1 damage. 4 harmonies and take 1 damage. That's 7. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. 8, take 1, that's 7. Ida doesn't trigger while this is alive either. The Witcher does do a damage. We'll go with the Cat Witcher, even though it doesn't have its thing yet. Do this.
Are you fucking kidding me? Catnip instead of crowns?
This is even. I think it's more important he doesn't get to do his... he's going to win this. He's going to win this. It's annoying. like Chameleon. He's gonna go up 2 cards. He's just actually gonna keep going for it. I think he realizes as well that if we're in control of the Renfri, it's way less good, and he can't actually deal with this. So that's really nice. We'll play this for the human first. Then we'll replay this. Get rid of our tree ant. Instead, we'll have a gnome. Okay. Kind of keep up a little bit here. Our problem is Heatwave doesn't really do anything against his board. It'd be really nice if this died. Want this vitality for sure. Definitely replaying Chameleon as long as we can. He apparently doesn't have any control, which is really weird. But let's just go here, put more vitality out. We'll put it melee, because it looks like he has a lot of potential. He might have a tall removal card. And we're actually kind of getting control a little bit. Is there a Ring of Favor? Okay. I don't think he played this properly. I think he should have passed when he had the either guaranteed 2-card advantage or when we would have to go down really far. Because now we're in control of this, which is actually good. He shouldn't have let that happen. I think our best plan is just... We don't have 2 Harmony cards, so we can't push with the scenario. There's 1. Okay, we can actually push with the scenario here. Questions, does he... He has no control cards, right? 7, 10. Yeah, we know he has no Heat Wave. So we just go Mysteries and kind of blow him out? Like, we know he has no answer to this. We know he has no answer. So we'll push with this and just try not let him get the Lippy Renfri. Well, he's gonna go for the Lippy. It's annoying. Annoying. We'll do this. Then we can Ownermancy for our, potentially, our Dusk Aspect would be good. And we don't have to anymore. We can just play this. Okay, so we'll give this Harmony. So we'll play this. And we are going to go with the Elf. If he ever goes tall, we have Heat Wave. I don't think he's going to. The really scary thing is the second Renfri. He drew her off of the Mada. Not surprising. That's probably what Mada's for, but we got rid of it. We don't have the Dusk Aspect. What's he going to get? Damage all enemies by 1. They have different powers. So he can damage all of us by 2. That's worth 10. That's kind of ridiculous. And he's got the 8 random damage again. Again. Of course, that's most of what he's got for a deck, right? Like, of course, he just has his big cards left. Do we go with... He only has units, right? So he only has units. I wonder if he committed a whole bunch into this. We got Wintermancy back, so I don't mind playing... I think we'll play the Dusk Aspect. We just have to kind of watch... We just have to know that like Heart of Terror is an option he has. Heart of Terror would be really annoying. But I don't know if he can fit it with all these guys here.
You never know which contract's gonna kill you.
I don't know if we can fit it. Do we play this is the question. Maybe this is an overcommitment playing this. Still the tempo stuff. Heatwave better now or later? If we Heatwave Renfri, he needs a 10. I think we do this. He needs a 10. Like, I think his biggest tempo card, since he has so many provisions committed in the Renfri thing, I think his biggest tempo stuff is the discards, and it's really unlikely he has that now. We saw Coral go in, and Burna go in. I don't think he has the provisions for Heart of Terror. Let's see. He's gonna go Triss. He's not to play another card. He's gonna pull a bronze, right? Go Rune Mage again. Alright, so we don't really have good options left. And he's gonna go... He has his tempo, right? Actually, he's got one of these. No Morkvarg. No Coral. So Burna into discard is 10. I think his deck just might have more value. Although maybe a poison pair is what we need. Maybe we just need to go poison. Yeah, we want to go these guys for poison. We want to do that last. We're going to Onomancy out. Probably Percival will get up to 8. It's probably our biggest card. See what he's got. That's a good poison target, too. I think we go Percival. Poison, poison. Let's do it.
Has anyone seen me, parrot?
Probably should have saved Dust Guardian for this round, if we're being honest. Alright, let's see what he gets here. I'm not sure if anything in particular is super scary. Like, just a high value card is probably the biggest thing. That's fine. We get the 2 value out of this. This is less likely to die, though. Let's play this. We'll kind of see what his last card is. If it's a Purify, like a Peller, it's going to be what? +3. If there's a Gang.
A pleasure to be with you.
To get the Poison. Yeah, it's going to be a draw. GG. But Renfri's incredibly good. Alright, we're going up against Nature's Gift. I'm not sure if Nature's Gift Harmony... I'm not sure how that'd play out. Could be that. Could be Symbiosis. They did get that nice change to Wrath of Broccolon. Either way, probably going to be engines involved, so we're going to need our own. Catwitcher is like a later round engine. We have these guys, so maybe that's not the worst. We definitely don't want to play that. Of all these, I think we put back Berserker. But we are going first. Let's see if we can't just win with Percival Bronzes. That's what I'd like to do here.
My faith forbids it.
Percival Bronzes, that's our plan. Nature's Rebuke is a card with the watch out for, as it would kill our Chameleons and such. Do want to keep those alive. He's going to go for the lock. We do have Ida for Purify, if we want to. Is that worth it? We have most of our good cards in hand, so it probably is worth it to do that with our Call to Force. We're going to lose out on these Sabers triggering Harmony, but I think it's better just to get this guy back. I say that we played that in the wrong row, so none of y'all do that. Play it in the right row next time. Don't worry about it. Just pretend it was an intentional choice. There's a Hamadryan. We do have 2 poisons. The problem is he has Purifies. Does have Purifies. I think we want to get out of this round pretty quick. Then again, let's go Antherian. And we'll trigger this. It won't do much here, so we're not going to get a Harmony off of this. But it does give us a little more tempo in case he's going to Nature's Rebuke us. Probably what I'd expect. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I don't mind poisoning that as much because it's going to remove a whole bunch of turns of stuff. So let's transform this. Let's give you Harmony. And then we'll go with a poison here. Normally they lose a lot of value if they Dryad's Caress this, but he's losing 4 turns of his own vitality. So it's not terrible. And obviously if he doesn't, we just poison it, which is amazing. But we do have Onomancy for our second Ranger if it comes to it. kind of see. He's gonna pass. Alright. So our Ida Percival play did not matter in the end, thankfully. Question is, do we push here? And which would I rather push, with Scenario or Waters? Well, we need Waters. We have access to Waters, but like, we'd need to use it. I like Waters better as a tool to use, because you don't need, like, it doesn't get heat waved. What I'm saying here. We definitely want to push this round. We got a dwarf, dragon, beast. This is gonna be whatever. Beast. Access to second poison. We're missing Waters and guard and aspect, but I think we can work with this hand. I think we push with Scenario. Even if he heat waves it, we're 10 points up, and we can play like Antherian and stuff. He probably has rebukes to deal with our cards, but can't deal with everything. Also, when does this get a premium? Okay. So, fortunately for this guy, we don't actually have any control here. Alright, if he didn't do that, we were going to ping it with the Berserker. I still think we ping it with Berserker. Otherwise, Rebuke is a problem card if we play Antherian. So I think we just ping it with this guy. We don't want him Nature's Rebuking the Antherian, because it's kind of really good. We could also go with Deadeye off of Saskia. Potentially. I kind of want him to feel like he has to use the order this turn, is what I'm getting at. So full Symbiosis is what we're going with here. Full Symbiosis. Full Symbiosis. What engines do we mind losing least? Could just play Chariot for setup. It slows down our harmonies, which is annoying. But then again, Antherian gets +2, right? But this is 7 damage. I think we trigger the harmony. So we go to a 6. We don't have any elves, so we'll do this and pick Deadeye, and then hope it pings the this card. It did not. It's unfortunate. It was 50-50. We still hit it there, though. Now we start getting our boosts per category. Where this is pretty good, because it gets 2 now. Then we can start re-armoring the Berserker after this turn. Unless we want to protect something else. So I think we'll play this melee next. And then kind of see where we go from there. Maybe Antherian next is the right choice, though. Because we can get the Convergence. Convergence could make something for us. Could also create the Chariot, honestly. It's probably Antherian next is the best choice. So we'll lose the Berserker's pinging. Yeah, it's probably Antherian the best choice.
The earth will flow with the blood of Enshe.
Okay, so he's certainly going to get this set up. Getting a Symbiosis value. Fair enough. Go Antherian. Get its boosts. Play Convergence. Let's see. This is pretty decent. Do we have any Witchers? We have no Witchers, so it's actually pretty good. We'll go with the Vitality. It's ranged, right? We're checking this time.
I'm gonna wave to her.
Seems pretty good. Could have boosted a higher unit, but I'm a little afraid of like a Yrden, so we're trying to split our points up. Okay, no, he's not gonna have it.
Of another world.
It's probably devotion, so we're probably all set here. No nature's rebukes is kind of weird, honestly. We'll give this guy harmony this time. And we'll go with our chariot. Kind of thinking we save the poison. No, we don't save the poison. We do a double poison here. He caresses, though. Yeah, I think we save this. We don't rely on it. But then if we think he's going to probably play it. Probably play this. Just thinking that if he has a Purify card, this doesn't really do much. But what are we gonna do, right? Like, we're going to play it at some point. Might as well be now. We save like 2 poisons for round 3. He's going to have a Caress or access to it. He might Veil it, but we don't have a second poison, so I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. He has a lot of Symbiosis value, that's for sure. Now we play Chameleon or Chariot. We can't protect... Well, Chameleon gets +1 from this, so we play Chariot. This way we can protect the Chameleon from the Rebuke for a turn when it comes down and re-trigger at least once. Well, he does have the 2 damage on the Guardian, which is annoying. But here's the Simloss Harvests. That's going to be good for him. Or the Simloss Rebukes. We do have a Heat Wave. I don't mind Heat Waving that 15. We just want to have like a short round so Wrath of Brokilon's not super dangerous. And also, like, he's going to have Gourd. Gourd's a tall card, so I think we want to save this if possible. Last save this. It's a good card for him to get. Now it's very unlikely we can protect this Chameleon. We're going to play him anyway. He's at 5 with 1 armor, but I don't think that's enough to, like, really protect him. The thing is, he might fill up his Rose. He has to be careful about that if he's got more natures. So he's going to ping this down, probably. There's the Rebuke. Do we want this next round to be shorter than this? I think so. I can't Heat Wave Wrath of Brokilon. Would like to Heat Wave Gourd. There's no guarantees playing Gourd. So we go this, this. Round 3 is our goal. And then something else. He's got Force Protector still, too. I think we do Heat Wave here. And hopefully force out something from him. Because I don't think the Heat Wave is going to be very good. In round 3, I'm not sure he's playing Gourd. Actually, this is almost card for card the deck list we played last season. Maybe he's playing Gourd. This might be for Gourd, honestly. He still has, I think he created 2 of these, right? He created this one at least. So he could have one of those or an Elven Seer left. Could also be getting, if he's drawing a Dunka, this could be for Dunka, but his melee row is full. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured.
I could drown you.
So he has to use some orders here. That's a good card to have gone. So his rows are full. His rows are full. Question is, does he have natures? His rows are full, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He can't play Gourd. He might have a couple of Caresses and Rebukes. But his rows are full. I kind of want to play here. But the thing is, I don't think we get that many points. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 harmonies. This is a 71. And this gets us 10 plus 2 more, 12. I guess this is 79. I think we do it, actually. I think we do it.
I am the forest.
They can't play units. So I don't think 17's easy for them. Oh, we sniped a 1. That's so sad. That's so sad. Here comes Harold Gord, and it's going to be a GG, basically. Uh, 1 in 18 chance that happened. It was so low, I didn't really account. Like, it's so low that you should kind of just ignore the chance of it at that point, but unlucky. Unlucky for us, lucky for him. Although if he plays a nature card, it's going to spawn a treant in that spot. So, like, I hear he play Call of Forest, though, and Council, so he won't tutor into it with a nature. Francesca. The Francesca deck. Okay. So make a nature here. At least try to make a nature. Yeah, if we didn't ping that one, we win the game. Unlucky. Why is he playing another card? Oh, that's... Oh, did he put the... Oh, okay. Force Projector, that's what it was. I thought so. So he's got Gord. I'm pretty... Did he put the 2 Vitality on a Veiled card? Interesting. What's our best card? This is our best card, right? This card's not great. This card's not bad. This is what, a 7 that gives armor? 7 that gives armor. We're going to play this for sure. Is there anything actually better than a Chariot? Not really. Chariot's like a good opener here. Especially because he's doing this. Is it better to spread the points out? This gains 3 armor? Melee. I was just thinking it's better to split it up so he hits the tokens, but I think this is probably better because we got 3 armor on it. He has Wrath of Broccolon, but I don't know if he's going to have any nature cards in hand. This is going to be a close round. So he's going to fire this now. He has Gord, right? He probably has Gord as his finisher. This pings for 1 or 2, depending. But I think we get 15 off of Dusk Aspect, and Gord's probably bigger. Oh, he doesn't have it. Alright, that's going to be a GG then. GG. Got really unlucky round 2, but he made a little mistake, so we end up winning there. Although, honestly, 10 points, he might not have, depending on what he drew for another card, he still might have won. Imprisonment. I wonder if this is going to be the new Cultist or not. That last game was so weird still. That last game, guys. If you want to see something funny, watch my opponent and I our decisions that last game. They were interesting. Imprisonment, though. So, lock, very annoying. Definitely want this. Question is, how much of this? Everything's going to get locked, so that's very annoying. We don't have much harmony, honestly. We'd really like to get... We have access to like pretty much everything, though. We don't want to get too focused on the golds this round. I think we'll work with this hand. I kind of like it. We want to have some bronzes.
My name.
We want to have some bronzes, so go with this. The thing is, he could just make more harmony cards than we can, I think. So that's a little annoying. But he has removal and locks to go along with it. He might hit this with a leader charge. Not gonna. It's fine. Can understand why he didn't. We don't have much harmony in hand, but we do have Berserker Chariot. Don't hate it. We're going to play an elf. Otherwise we could just trigger the saber soon. Let's trigger this. I just want to trigger the saber. Let's get the... let's get her out of tourney joust range. I'm not going to play that much more harmony this round. Kind of rely on our other stuff. It's going to go ball.
Oh dear. Have I something in my teeth?
think we just heat wave the ball. I think that's the answer here.
Showed us the way.
I think he might be running double scenario. Well, do you guys... Oh, yeah, I don't think. He might be running double scenarios, what I'm trying to say here. What do you guys think? Can't run much else if you're doing that. Fergus, if he's playing Devotion, is kind of scary. Right here. There's the cows. Cow carcass. How do we want to deal with that? Do we want to deal with that? We don't have to. Well, no, he gets 2 poisoned. So he gets 2 points. We lose a point from the carcass going away, so it's a draw. Kind of have to play a card. Probably should be a poison here. This is probably the best choice. We'll poison one of these. I'm gonna lose these 2 to the melee row. It's pretty annoying. Kind of scary, honestly. Let's see here. What do we want to go with? We could go Ida for Purify, but we don't have good Dryad Ranger. But we want to do that once he kills our Dryad our other Dryad to get another Harmony trigger. We only have 1 Harmony card though. Let's just go for the Ranger. Catwisher comes down for getting bronze value soon. So yeah, it's double scenario, which is kind of what I expected when he started playing here. This is a good turn to Ida. If we think he has another poison card. This gives what? Death Wish. Infuse a bronze enemy whenever your opponent plays a cultist. Damage self by 1. That's not too big a deal. Let's just go here.
Yeah,
Gives us Harmony, gives us an engine.
better than working with humans.
Got a lot of stuff for him to deal with here. Another poison. And so start locking us. 1 liter charge we can kind of deal with. So we do have Ownermancy for a unit here. We have some good choices. Saskia is really the one I'm thinking of. Kind of like going for Saskia. So we're going to do that. Saskia. Dragon. We have the Dwarf. We have the Dryad. We have the Elf. We're going to go with the Dwarf because the other one has... we don't want the potential to do damage because we could hit his guy and Death Wish by accident. This is a beast, by the way. We don't have any beasts out, so we potentially have 1, 2, 3... 3 more Harmony procs. This could play for 11. Depends if we need it. Okay, he's gonna go Vincent. He's gonna go Vincent. Do we play a card? This is a pretty big commitment, but he has double scenario, and he's already played this. So there's like no way. He's not gonna have a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I could play this. Like, he shouldn't have that many good cards to play. Okay, so there's that one.
Observe the rites with utmost care.
Do we, like, let him win this round? It's really annoying if he does. It's uneven. And we played our finisher? I don't want to... I think we do. I think we have no choice. Of course, he's going to have no consistency in his deck. Though I don't think he moved... Did he not move 2 Mage Assassins? He might have used the Blightmaker for consistency. 1 Mage Assassin. Yeah, so he moved the scenario to the top of his deck with one of the Blightmakers. Definitely have access to ours. You need another Harmony card, though. We probably have to match scenarios here. Okay, good. We don't have to.
If this is you now, what was I before?
he definitely out-traded us round 1. Maybe we should have passed earlier, but we got too much poison value, really. That one cow poisoning 2 of our big cards was problematic. It's probably not a round 3 card. That's good, though. Is there anything good left in our deck? We can just use Ownermancer to get a flex card and go with this. There's no way he has double scenario and heat wave, but if he's not running second scenario, he might have the heat wave. I think we go with the mysteries first anyway. Then we'll go Waters, call Harmony next turn. That'll trigger the scenario. We could have gone for it this turn, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a heat wave. So we go Waters. This. Next turn we go Percival. He'll trigger the Convergence to spawn us a card. And I think with Waters and I think with all this stuff going, Antherian's really good. I don't think he's going to have enough. Like, we're going to have an insane finisher this game. He might have to lock. He's going to have his invocation and such, but we're going to have an insane number of points. Kind of want to play Chameleon, but we want Chameleon not to be locked. So I'd like to, last say the Chameleon. Give this card the Harmony. Play our next Antherian. It won't trigger Harmony, but we're going to have to play it at some point here. So this is probably the best time to give us more points in the long run. But yeah, we are down. We're down a card this round, and he has double last say. It's just going to come down to whether or not Waters of Brocklon plus scenario is too strong for him to overcome, and it kind of looks like it's going to be a lot of points. I really want this Imprisonment to be gone so we can go... Very nice, so we can go into the Chameleons. That's what we wanted. Go Chameleon. A lot of triggers there. He is an elf. And then we'll go into Ownermancy, and we should finish with the same number of points here. He's getting a lot of points too. Okay, our best finisher card here is probably going to be Ida with the Vitality. No, we don't have any Witchers, right? No, we don't have any Witchers. So it's going to be actually going to be the Witcher guy. So we go here, Cat Witcher. Play this. Trigger a whole bunch of stuff. Replay this, so it can't be Witcher. And we're up at 80. I've got a couple pings here. So let's see what this is going to do. He was up. He's got double last save, but let's see if he can actually do it here. He does have Lippy, so that's pretty good. He's going to have poison at least. He might have it. There's Invocation. Not enough. GG. So that's the deck, guys. Our first attempt at Harmony in the new patch. Seems pretty decent. Well, seems really good, honestly. I really like having the Heat Wave to answer other scenarios. So we're not playing Devotion, which is why there's no Oak Critters in here. We're going to the Weeping Willow. Weeping Willow in the Rangers, the old school Harmony Poison package. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but it did pretty well in these games. And overall, the Bronzes certainly did a lot. As far as the Harmony cards themselves, and putting more in, I kind of want to try running the Hunters in the deck somewhere. So we might cut the Rangers to run them, and then put in the Treant Boar. We have a lot of Dryads to trigger that, some Zeal. Might try that out, that seems pretty cool. But other than that, yeah, deck seems pretty good. We do lack on control a little bit, just the one Heat Wave and the Poisons, but overall, the new Harmony cards seem really good. And I think the Saskia Commander Harmony deck's still good. I'm pretty sure you can now run Harmony Hand Buff, a deck I've been saying we wanted to try out for like 8 months. So, very glad that that's probably possible. And just watch out for all the Renfri shenanigans going on, because I'm sure there'll be a lot of them. Renfri is so strong at securing a round 1 win, just because you can use your leader for free and then play Renfri. So, we'll probably be trying that out as well, because it seems really good. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this one, guys. Haven't had a lot of time to test this out because the game wasn't working earlier. So this is far from a perfected deck, but it worked pretty well. And Harmony seems to be good again. That'll be it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more. And you can check out some more videos over here. And thanks for watching.